Okay, Mr. Foster, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, what's happening is this. She's out and she's partying, she's having fun, she's doing all this stuff like all on social media. She's a social media influencer. I met her because I'm one of her super fans.
Oh,
yeah.
This is
and
cute.
How it happened was that we, since I'm a super fan, I'm kind of following her around, see what she's doing. But she actually called for me to cater to one of her areas, which is how we actually hooked up from there, because I'm the chef.
Okay.
We have one child together, and she's not really doing it.
It started with a simple like and a shared dream. A fan who became her private chef now finds himself standing before a judge, defending his choices and his heart. He says she traded bottles and bedtime stories for nightlife and fame, swapping diapers for DMs and home life for hashtags. But is she really chasing clout? Or is there something deeper driving her choices? One child, two divided paths, and a court about to decide their fate. Just when it feels clear who's right and who's wrong, her side of the story is about to change everything.
Being there for them, paying any Medicaid or so, dealing with for the child. I practically do all that. And I brought her here today just to say, hey, you gotta step up your game. You gotta do something, help out this child, because I can't be the only supporter if you're here supposed to do something as well. I mean, I can do it, but I do need a little bit more income for that.
Okay, I'm a little bit more interested in the background. You know, how you became a super fan and you hooked up.
Well, I'm a follower.
I mean, I don't need all the details about, how the child was conceived. I'm just interested to see how.
All he's asking for is balance, teamwork in raising their little one. From covering medical costs to simply being present, his demands aren't selfish. They're sincere. But can a relationship built on likes and posts survive the weight of real-life parenting? As the judge unpacks their messy digital love story, it becomes obvious. This isn't just custody, it's the unraveling of an online illusion. And her version of the truth is about to expose what was really happening behind the filters.
I'm the type of guy that I always post all my stuff, letting people know this is what I do, like all my catering stuff and all that. But when it comes to her, I know that she does all this stuff, and I know she's a big influencer, and she pretty much puts everything out there. She's really, when it comes to making it to a live stream, she can do that. She has that. But so that's what I did. I actually reached out to her in that way, and that's how I got more of my influence out there, so I can actually start catering and partying catering to all these parties.
Okay, all right. And so you want her to pay child support?
Yes.
All right. And you said the child is on Medicaid,
yes.
Correct? Okay.
He built his catering dream riding the momentum of her social media fame, turning followers into clients. But now he's done with clout. He wants accountability. Their picture-perfect love story, once viral, is collapsing under the bright lights of the courtroom. And the biggest question hangs heavy. Was his devotion genuine, or was he after her spotlight? Because when she finally takes the stand, her version of motherhood may just leave the room stunned.
Right, is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
No.
Okay. Ma'am, welcome. I'm honored. Social media influencer?
It's crazy.
Yeah, it is, but what does that have to do with you being a mom?
I'm out there trying to make money and trying to support my child. I do send him money. I'm just trying to grow my business.
How much money do you send him?
It just depends on what's going on during the week, what I have and what my income is.
Now the focus shifts. It's her turn. And she owns the spotlight like it's her stage. She calls herself a businesswoman, an influencer, and finally a mother, but not always in that order. She claims she sends support when she can, but the court doesn't run on sometimes. Excuses are piling up, and the judge's patience is wearing thin. Beneath all the glam and filters, what's the real story? The truth hides in her finances, and those numbers don't lie.
How much money are you getting from her, if any?
She only sends about maybe like $200-300.
$200 or $300? You're a social media influencer?
Well, I'm still growing my business. I mean, I'm
right.
But she parties. It's all over. It's online. It's like she's everywhere.
And you're getting paid for these appearances,
and you
right?
party too. That's how we met.
No, I was catering to your.
You were
to one of
catering,
your parties. Yes.
Oh.
So I wasn't really partying. I was catering. I had to work it.
Right. That's what they're calling catering these days. Being a super fan. I get it.
It was one time.
One time, and you all had the baby?
Yeah, don't take that long.
Well.
$200 a month. That's her contribution while she earns thousands from parties and sponsorships. The courtroom stirs in disbelief. He catered her event. She called it business. But the product of their partnership isn't content. It's a child who deserves more than digital affection. Every response tightens the tension. And then she drops a revelation that turns the entire case upside down.
A good income as well.
Right, but the child is with him, so
Yes.
his income is not really concerning
Because
for me.
I travel.
Right, and you're being paid for your travel. Exactly. How much are you making, roughly?
Maybe about 100,000.
You're making about $100,000 and you send him $200 or so for the baby?
Yes.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm not about to do this with you. You're making a lot of money and your child is coming up short and you don't have a problem with that?
No, I do.
Her income crosses 6 figures, over $100,000 a year, yet her child sees almost none of it. The judge leans in, the atmosphere sharpens. This isn't about money anymore. It's about values. She insists her son should live with her, basking in her fame and fast-paced life. But is this driven by love or leverage? Soon, the court will find out just how much her lifestyle means to her and what she's willing to risk to keep.
Media for likes and follows.
Oh, it might
What
be
about-
something that
Like, what about school and all those other
he can
academic
do
things that he has to
homeschool
do?
when he's 3.
So
He's
where
going
is
to
he
be on
homeschooling? In
virtual
hotels and stuff
school
like
with
that?
likes and followers.
You see it all the time. Why not? I mean,
Right, but don't you believe that that's a distraction?
no, I mean, I feel like, I'm making a pretty good income, and I think that this could really help him when he's older and to save up some money.
Well, if you're making a pretty good income, you can send more.
I agree with that.
Maybe you could work harder.
No, ma'am. Maybe you can work harder to be in your child.
Likes, comments, and followers. She wants her little boy to be part of her brand, featured in every frame. But at what cost? To her, it's exposure. To the judge, it's exploitation. To the audience, it's heartbreak. Slowly, the truth sinks in. Fame has replaced focus. Behind the glossy photos stands a child who needs grounding, not trending. And the court's next words will rewrite her
Hey,
future.
how often do you have the child?
When he allows the child to be with me when I'm not traveling.
Oh, okay. So when you're not traveling, that's how often?
Really, a couple of days a month.
Exactly. You made that up. This is what we're going to do. We're going to place you on child support based on that $100,000 a year, ma'am. Yeah, and don't look confused. It's the right thing to do. It is absurd that you believe it is okay to only send a couple of $100s to dad for your child, and you actually think that it's okay for your child to be toting along with you to grow your social media influence? Yeah.
2 days a month. That's all the time she spends with her son. Her jaw drops as the judge announces the new total, $100,000 a year in support. This isn't punishment, it's responsibility. Because parenthood isn't a part-time gig, and viral fame can't buy a child's future. But just when the verdict seems final, the judge adds one more twist. And her financial reality
Needs to be in an environment that is stable. Need to make sure that school is being attended to. How old is this child?
About 3.
3 years old. No. Kindergarten will be here before you know it. He does not need to be traveling and going to homeschool and virtual school all over the country or wherever it is that you have to appear. You'd agree with me, right?
I guess I have to.
No, you don't have to, but don't you believe that's in the best interest of the child to be somewhere stable?
Well, I think the best interest of the child would be with me, and if I'm growing a business and I can take care of them.
And you believe that because you're the mom?
Yes.
Oh, well.
The child is only 3, with school just around the corner, yet she wants him jet-setting across the world for content. The judge isn't persuaded. Stability, she says firmly. Education, he repeats with resolve. When the mother insists, but I'm his mom, the room doesn't hear devotion, it hears denial. The final judgment looms, and this time, emotion won't outweigh a
$1,000 that you testified to that makes your gross $8,333.33, bringing your net to $6,212.37. That makes your monthly child support obligation $1,242. Now, you mentioned Medicaid.
Yes.
Medicaid is not free. He doesn't have to pay for it, but you do. So it's based on 9% of your gross, which your gross is that $8,300 that I said earlier that brings your reimbursement to
just shy of $2,000, precisely $1,900 and change. That's the figure that echoes through the silent courtroom. Medicaid? She covers it. Insurance? Her duty. What was once a performance now becomes reality. Her fame may fill her pockets, but it won't fill the gaps in her parenting. And as she absorbs the total, her reaction says more than
We're on, private health insurance. I'm pretty sure you can find it a lot cheaper. Maybe one of your followers is a health insurance agent or something, and they can get you something cheaper, okay? So based on that, $1,242 plus $750 brings your monthly child support obligation to $1,992. You're gonna pay that monthly to dad. Any questions?
No, I don't have any.
Why did you look at him?
Because I was just thinking he's making more money, he's doing more gigs.
That's great, and so are you. And if you make any more money doing more gigs, we can just increase your child support. Anything further?
Nope.
Is there anything further, sir?
No.
Okay, nothing further, you all.
the verdict lands $119.90 every month. No appeals, no breakdowns, just a long, silent stare toward the man raising her son. The judge reminds her, the more you earn, the more you owe. This was never about money, and it was about maturity. About learning that parenthood can't be filtered. The case is closed, but her lesson is just beginning. Justice is served, but whose justice was it really? Tell us below, like, share, and decide who truly walked away winning.